What's good, YouTube? Hitman X. Make sure I hit that like and hit that sub. Show your boy some love. So, I think it's about time we do our annual Luka Doncic video. You know, last year I did a video on Luka Doncic, and it caught a lot of hell for me having my opinion. I would like to say this first. Let me preface my statements by this. And I shouldn't have to, but let me first say this. I don't dislike Luka Doncic. It's his fans, his irrational fans, that put him on a pedestal higher than other players who are more accomplished without any expectations on him that I have a problem with. You know, same thing with LeBron James. Same thing with Devin Booker, who's on my favorite team. You know, you say, oh, he's just this great of a player, but when he underachieves, he holds no blame. It's the team. But when he overachieves or when he meets quote-unquote expectations, he's just this great player, you know? I hated that about the Suns when Devin Booker dropped the 70-point game and we lost. Everybody gave him praise for that. I'm like, look, man, we lost, man. Even though I kind of sort of wanted us to lose because we was tanking that year. So I didn't really care. I mean, it's not like us winning was going to make us a playoff team. But I'm like, you want to at least like have morals, you know? Like, y'all went out for that 70-point. Like, I just left a bad taste in my mouth as a competitor because I want to see us win, you know? And that's my whole thing. Like, if you're a competitor, man, I'm always ride for you. That's why I ride with Russell Westbrook, you know? That's why I roll with Kobe. Even though I didn't like the Lakers, I don't like the Lakers. You know, I always roll with Kobe. I'm like, you know, I respect Kobe. You know, it's kind of like that friendly competition. You know, I would have loved to play against Kobe in his prime, you know? Just because of that competition, you know? And I want to find that type of element in a player, you know. I look for that in Devin Booker. I found that a bit of that last night, you know. I feel like I'm still looking for that in Luka Doncic, you know. Luka Doncic, man, great player. Don't get me wrong. 34 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds. Just goes to show that this guy is special. Man, he is special. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people like to say we should have picked him over Aiden. At this point, you know what? I'm not even mad at you for saying that, you know. Maybe, you know, maybe. But at the same time, I feel like we would have had to, my whole issue with that argument is we would have had to compromise our team a whole lot more for Luka Doncic as opposed to DeAndre Ayton. We could build around Ayton a whole lot easier than we can Luka Doncic, you know. So that's my whole point, you know. It's not that, oh, I'm saying Ayton is just leaps and bounds over better than Doncic. Maybe he's not right now. I feel like later on down in his career, you know, Ayton will evolve into a beast. That's just my opinion, though. I could be wrong, but I'm subject to my opinion. That's not me shitting on Doncic, you know. You can have a draft that has 5 players in the top 10 that are Hall of Famers. I mean, come on now. Let's not act like we haven't seen the 2003 draft, you know. We got D. Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh all in the draft. You don't hear anybody saying, oh, well, they should have picked Chris Bosh over Wade. Oh, Carmelo Anthony. How can you pick him over Wade? Nobody's saying that, you know. Nobody's saying that. You know, you had 4 Hall of Fame players in the same draft, you know. I feel like that was, you know, the beginning of something great, something special, you know. It's a possibility. You could possibly have a draft like that, you know. And I feel like that draft where Ayton, Bagley, Doncic was all drafted in the same draft. Trae Young, man, that's a legendary draft. And when we look back at this draft, it's going to be a legendary draft, you know. But yeah, Doncic has a lot to prove, and that's why I say he's the Lomachenkco of basketball, because he hasn't been in the league long enough to warrant him being compared to LeBron James, to warrant him being top 20 in my opinion in the league. He hasn't done enough. You know, if we're gonna hold certain players like Devin Booker, who else can I think of? Every other player. I mean, even LeBron James when he first came into the league. If we're gonna hold them to the standard of winning, you know, okay, what are you doing? When are you gonna win? If we're gonna do that for them, we have to do that for Doncic, you know. Just like with Lomachenkco, everybody's saying he's better than Ali and he's this, he's that, but he already took a loss. You know, he hasn't proven that he could beat the top, not welterweights, but lightweights and shit like that. Like, come on now. He hasn't even conquered his division, but we're already putting him on a pedestal. That's the same with Doncic. I'm not calling him a hype job. Doncic has proven that he's not a hype job, but he hasn't proven that he's better than LeBron James or he's the best rookie since anybody. He hasn't proven that yet. He hasn't even proven that he's better. He's a better rookie than Ben Simmons, in my opinion. He has a lot to prove, and I'm going to hold him to that standard. Now, before the season, during the preseason, I didn't like what I seen with the Mavericks, and I'm going to be honest with you. It led me to believe that maybe they won't be a playoff team. I like how they started off the season, with a win, albeit against the Wizards. I'm going to hold off my opinion until I say about 10 games. I'm going to give them 10 games, let me see the team, let me see how their defense, because that's my biggest issue with the Mavericks is just their defense, man. Their defense is putrid. But I ain't gonna knock. I like the Mavericks on paper, but I mean, just look at the team. DeLon Wright, come on now. Courtney Lee, are you kidding me? These are the players you have starting. Starting. I don't know about the Mavericks, man. Everybody's saying that they're a world beater. I just don't see it. You feel me? Now they have great players on their team, and Porzingis and Luka Doncic, but that's just not enough, in my opinion. You have to get a deeper team. If you ask me, if you're gonna put the Mavericks as a playoff team, you have to put the Phoenix Suns as a playoff team over them, because they're a way deeper team than the Mavericks. But that's just my opinion. I'm Phoenix Suns bias over here, but bias to the side. I mean, look at them on paper. Compare them on paper. We have a far deeper team than them. Far deeper team than the Mavericks. So, like I said, remove your bias. Open your eyes and pay attention. And oh yeah, as far as the Wizards go, a lot of people are sleeping on Rui Hachimura, man. I want to speak on this before the season, but I never got a chance to. Rui Hachimura has a chance to be Rookie of the Year this year. Especially with Zion Williamson being hurt, man. I hate he's hurt right now, but it is what it is. You feel me? It's part of the sports, man. You just got to lose weight if you're Zion Williamson. You have to lose weight. Get all that weight off them knees. But Rui Hachimura, man, is going to be a beast, man. 14-10, that's below standard if you ask me. Now, I know a lot of people going to be surprised. Like, damn, he had a double-double. I'm not surprised. I feel like this guy is special. He's going to turn the Wizards around. And that's why I'm surprised that they beat the Wizards, because I feel like, man, the Wizards are going to be a problem this year, man. A lot of people sleeping on the Wizards. They're going to be an absolute problem. Now, they're not a very deep team. I mean, look at these bums, man, on the bench, man. Look at these bums, bro. But, I mean, they got some solid young players on their team, man. Some solid young players. So, for the Mavericks to pull out that dud the way they did, I'm not mad at them, And shout out to Luka Doncic for getting that 30 piece. As far as a Suns fan, I'll be looking forward to see them. I will be at that game. Yes, when Phoenix comes to Dallas to play the Mavericks, I will be at that game, and hopefully I can live stream it. Hopefully I can live stream for y'all boys. Shit, I'll be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna try to figure out what I could do to live stream, like how I can, because they did something with the stream elements to where I can't live stream no more. So y'all just be patient. I got y'all, boys. All right. Yeah, I know I got y'all. All right. Point blank. Period. But yeah, that's all I got. Hitman next. Hit that comment section. Let me know how you feel about this one. I'm out of here.